Allan Arkush here for Trailers from Hell. In 1953, Jack Lemmon was a 30-year-old struggling actor who had done a few television parts when he got his big break. He was going to be in a movie opposite Judy Holliday, and it was written by Garson Kanin and Ruth Gordon and called It Should Happen to You. Needless to say, Mr. Lemmon was very excited about this, and he showed up on the set the first day to be directed by the legendary George Cukor. So he gets all set. He's going to give it his all. And on the first take, he gets about 2 minutes in, and George Cukor says, cut. And he says, young man, could you please give me less? Fair enough. Jack Lemmon takes the note. Take two. 1 minute in, George Cukor says, cut. Young man, less, please, less. Not wanting to cause a problem, Jack Lemmon eases into the third take, and about 30 seconds in, George Cukor says, I asked you for less. Jack Lemmon explodes and says, if I do any less, I won't be acting at all. And George Cukor says, now you're getting the idea. So, less is more in the career of Jack Lemmon, because he did 100 movies and TV shows. He's got 6 Emmys, 8 Academy Award nominations, and 2 Oscars. Now, we all know the highlights. Mr. Roberts. Is there any comedy more perfect than Some Like It Hot, or any movie more perfect than The Apartment? Days of Wine and Roses, Irma La Douce, The Great Race, The Fortune Cookie, The Odd Couple, Save the Tiger, China Syndrome, Missing, Glengarry Glen Ross, and a movie that Blake Edwards made that's underseen. Very good movie called That's Life. And our trailer from hell, the 5th of 7 collaborations with Billy Wilder, Avanti.
Permesso? Avanti?
Warning, I'm going to talk all over this terrible trailer that's an insult to a very good movie. My mother was a big fan of Jack Lemmon, so opening weekend we went to the Bergen Mall to see Avanti. We both loved it. Me for the work of Billy Wilder and I.A.L. Diamond, and she because Jack Lemmon had a nude scene. By all accounts, Billy Wilder was uncomfortable with the new freedoms that were the norm in 1972, which is not surprising for a man born in Austria in 1906. He was 66 years old and would make only 3 more movies, all of which were decidedly old-fashioned. Now, when I go into a new movie, about 2 minutes in, I like to have a feeling like I'm in good hands. There's comfort in that. And when you watch Avanti, you feel like you are in very good hands. Wilder saw Juliet Mills in her TV series, The Nanny, got her phone number, called her up at home, and offered her the part. Now there's a director who knows what he likes. Everything on camera is where it should be. There's beautiful cinematography on the Isle of Capri. Ferdinando Scarfiotti, fresh from The Conformist, did the sets. The comic timing is perfection. The secondary characters are all memorable, and of course, Jack Lemmon is Jack Lemmon. But here's the shocker. This charming and very funny movie was a disappointment to Wilder and Diamond. They felt that they got the tone wrong, that it was too comedic, that it was too funny. They wanted it to be more like The Apartment. We should all have this problem. So there's merely good Wilder, which is better than 90% of everyone else's movies. It's like being the B-side of a Beatles 45. United Artists was a big problem. They had no faith in the movie. As I'm sure you can tell, this trailer is amateurish. It plays like a rough assembly. It really needs a narrator and music editing, and if Joe Dante and I had made this trailer for New World, Roger Corman would have had us fired. United Artists is gone, and Avanti is still here. It plays like the last hurrah of a classic Hollywood comedy. And Jack Lemmon is nude in it.
Permesso? Dammi Avanti?
Did you meet my mother? When my mother came out to visit in like early 80s to meet Joanne, my wife. And so it was a big thing. And this is going to be, I'm going to introduce them. We're going to go out to dinner. And my mother grew up in France and she likes French food. So I get us reservations in Ma Maison. And it's St. Valentine's Day. So Joanne and I are ready. We take her to dinner, and I promise her movie stars everywhere, you know. And I had taken her to Musso's, and she saw Buddy Ebsen, so she was primed, okay. So we're sitting there, Mama's on. She's looking around. There's someone from a sitcom or something. And she says, Alan, I thought you said there was going to be movie stars. And I said, well, there is one. If you pull in your chair, Jack Lemmon can get by. And she looks up, and there's Jack Lemmon, her all-time favorite.
That's pretty great.
Isn't it? Yeah.